Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. In our first story, lady wanted somebody to mow. The very next day, OP gets somebody to mow and to remove stumps and to make it clean as a pin right down to the dirt, which left the land a great deal more bare naked than lady wanted. But before we begin, best way to support our channel is to leave comments, like, and subscribe with the turned on bell so you don't miss the new video every single day. Here we go. I'm a man of action, lady. This one was from about 6.5 years ago, roughly. Our office manager at our surveying office would every so often purchase a piece of land and make a subdivision off of it to make extra money. There was one property he bought, and he had to hurriedly send us out to mark his property line since the next day a guy was coming to completely clear and de-stump about the roughly 7 acres lot. While marking one line, this lady comes out and proceeds to curse us out and ask what we're doing. My field crew chief at the time decided to take the F you mind your own business route. I thought better of it and decided not to be so brash about things. Now, I knew what was getting ready to happen on the property we were marketing, but best business practices are to know as little as possible about what's happening. I told her that someone had just purchased the lot and wanted to see where his lines were. She'd been mowing some over the property line, and she proceeded to tell me that she had broken 4 mowers trying to keep that lot cut back so she had more open space around the house. And she was sick and tired of no one maintaining the lot. Equipped with the knowledge of what was coming the next day, I told her, well, ma'am, I'm a man of action, and I'm going to personally find the guy who's bought this property. I'm going to put my finger in his face and tell him he'd better mow his property as soon as possible, or he's going to be dealing with me about it. Fast forward to the next morning. This huge tank-like machine went out, and by the end of the day, there wasn't so much as a stump or tall weed left, clean as a pin down to the dirt. The next day, we had to come out and do a topo on the land for the engineer. I couldn't resist going and knocking on that lady's door. She answered, and I said, ma'am, I told you I'd take care of it. Anything else you need? She said, I just wanted them to mow. On the positive side, we were out there probably another 15 to 20 times doing the subdivision layout. She always threatened to shove a wooden stake up my crew chief's butt, but she told me she liked me and I was welcome on her property anytime. And our second story. Just me, Detective OP. I'm selling ladies' boots and handbags on the lead up to Christmas to make some extra cash. UK tale here, important with regards to postmen. Over a decade, I've carried out over 18,000 global transactions on eBay. At one point, it was my main income for 2 years. Having worked in retail, I know what great customer service is and also how to spot a scammer before the scam takes place. I list most of my goods on a 99p auction. Whether the item is worth £100 or £10, all auctions end on a Sunday evening. I'm using RBL for red boots lady here. Monday morning, 7:30 a.m. message. RBL. I won some boots last night. Can you send them without the box for cheaper postage costs and I'll pay the invoice? Me. Sure thing. Happy to help. So I take them out of the box, weigh them up. I can knock £1.19 off the shipping if I quote the cost price, not charging for my time, printer, ink, labels, etc. As I remove them from the box, I noticed the red was a very slightly different shade to the stock photo I used. Me. Hello, sure thing, I can send a new invoice, so £7.50 for the boots and £5 shipping. However, please find attached a photograph of the boots material as there is a very slight difference in color. Before you pay, I want to check and make sure you're happy to accept this color, or I can offer to cancel the order, no problem. RBL. Oh, what color would you describe them? Me. Take a look at the photo. Red. RBL. How about you give me the boots for £5? Me. Patience gone now. No, you negotiated money off the shipping. I provided extra service by attaching an image of the red boots you won at auction for $7.50. If you don't want to pay that price, then I repeat, I'm happy to cancel the order. I can always operate at a second chance to the second highest bidder, which was $7.49. RBL. How about £1 off? Now I have 0 F's to give. I check her feedback. She has 9 transactions on eBay and is pretty new. 3 of those transactions have said, thank you for sorting out a problem and the missing item in the feedback she's left. She's a scammer. I can smell her a mile off. Me. Yet again, I'm happy to cancel the transaction if you feel they are not perfect for you in every way. RBS. Oh, the width of the calf is a little bit too small for me. I don't think they would fit me anyway, so please cancel the transaction. Super result. I'm chuffed. 2 weeks later, I'd relisted the last pair of the red boots on Buy It Now, with it being so close to Christmas, at a higher price of $9.99. One afternoon, cha-ching, my favorite eBay noise, a sold item. Yes, you know who. Un-effing believable. Immediately, I fired off a message on the back of an old message from the occasion previously reminding her the boots would not fit because they were too small for her. RBL, I've changed my mind. I promise I want them now. You need to send me a revised invoice with the lower postage rate of £5. Me, thinking on my feet. Okay, here are my terms. I'm happy to refund you if you don't like the color or if they do not fit, only if you accept that you will pay for the postage cost to return to me. I'm not refunding you if you say that you don't like the color or fit and you want me to pay for the postage back. Please reply to this email to accept these terms. RBL, fine. Send me the invoice and I'll pay now. Me, excellent. I'll post today. I'm keen to earn green positive feedback. Festive wishes, Red Banana 99. So I go ahead and I post with Royal Mail. This is a Thursday, Tuesday morning. I get an email. RBL, where are my boots? Have you posted them? I haven't had my boots. Extra background info. My SO is a postman. He tells me the postmen have a routine. They have the same round, know all the people, the doors, the dogs, the packages, and it's easy for somebody to recall a tiny incident as posties are regular at their allocated rounds. I then look at her order and call the telephone number to chat to her in person. What do you know? The number's not in order. Me. Hello, don't worry. Please check my 100% feedback. I have nearly 20,000 global transactions. I've never lost a parcel in the post, as each item has my return address on the back, and I promise you'll get your boots. Please, could you reply with your telephone number, as the one that's in your account is incorrect. Festive wishes. RBL. What do you want my telephone number for? Defensive much? Me. I like to pride myself on excellent customer service, and I wanted to speak to you in person to reassure you that you have not been scammed out of your money and you will indeed receive your boots before Christmas. RBL. No, I'm fine. I just want to know what happens if I do not get my boots. I'm not answering this question. No doubt she's looking for the, oh, I will refund you no problem. Well, sod that. At this point, I turn to my Google for help, and a few minutes later, I have her husband's name and correct telephone number matching the address and postcode that I posted to. Extra background information, RBL's email is a male name with a surname matching her name in the order info. No biggie, people use their husbands' and wives' accounts all the time. Let's say her surname was ScammerB. Let's call the email markscammerb1975@yahoo.com. 6 a.m. Wednesday morning, I call RBL's local sorting office. Hello, it's Red Banana 99 here. Is the postie doing his sorting for Apple Tree Lane, as I have a question about an eBay delivery? Postie comes on the line. I inquire if he had a parcel for delivery on the Monday, and the postman said yes. I said, could you describe it? And he said it wasn't in a box, so I knew it was my boots. Asked him who was at the door, and he said it was Mark Scammer B. Me. At this point, I can't message the B soon enough. Hello, I have great news. I just spoke to your postie who confirmed he delivered it on Monday and gave it to Mark. So all you need to do to get your boots is to ask Mark. Festive wishes. All day I waited for a reply. The hours ticked by until early evening. I had a new eBay message. RBL, who's Mark? I don't know Mark. Me. Mark Scammerby, your husband? Your email address is markscammerby1975@yahoo.com. The postie knows him and he knows the postie. You had the boots delivered on Monday. No reply, no dispute, case opened. In fact, because she had purchased 2 items from me, she has the opportunity to leave me 2 feedback comments but hasn't left either. Edit 1. Called the telephone number and left an answer phone message. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Scammerby, I hope you've got your boots, in the hope that Mark discovered what his scamming wife was up to. And our last story. My HOA hired people that redid my garden without telling me I was in violation and charging me $2,000. The lady that's the head of my HOA has always disliked our garden. We hire people that mow our lawn weekly and everything is clean, but my mom liked to plant things like tomatoes, cabbages, and mint in the garden that doesn't quite fit well with the so-called aesthetic of the neighborhood, where everyone had black mulch. My mom doesn't speak English, and before the pandemic, when we were out of the country, we didn't receive the letters that the HOA sent about our garden, and it ended up hiring a landscape crew that killed all of our tomatoes and put mulch there instead. I checked the mail and realized it was us who didn't receive their letters, so we paid the company. We've been in the U.S. ever since. While my mom gave up on tomatoes and cabbages, we still have a strain of mint that we planted, and it grew in our garden. In fact, plenty of people in the neighborhood come and pick some of our mints, after asking, of course. I personally think it looks pretty since it's just green, and I didn't think they'd have a problem with that. They did. The HOA lady has my phone number. She has my email address. She's emailed that address before, and my mom had given her the contact of one of her friends so he'd be able to translate for her if the HOA needed anything. She never contacted any of us. Instead, one day a landscaping crew just came in without our permission and again pulled out all our mint, and now we got a bill for $2,000. When I emailed her about it, she told me that she thought we weren't home, which is BS because our lights are literally on every day and our car goes in and out of the driveway daily. I've even said hello to her when passing by. She didn't even make one attempt to contact us, and she thought that since we paid the first landscaper, we agree that she can hire people to do our garden. We didn't give them a dime. She admitted she feels as though we've agreed to pay for abuse. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.